Alright, welcome guys to another Blender live stream. I'm your host Morgan Ozpin, and we're doing once again a grease pencil stream while I chat with you guys. As for the project itself, I haven't really. I did add a bunch of stuff here. I created this simple animation of these two guys, sorting things out and going for the dap. It's a very smooth dab indeed, and they just walk off the screen like that. Technically, that's basically how the scene will end. I think I'm still like debating whether I should go for like a wholesome ending or for a a funny thriller, Michael Jackson's thriller like ending, wherein when you realize that this guy isn't really playing into any kayfabe or something. I'm still kind of debating on what's the next course of action here, but as of the moment, we will just make, I guess, the grease pencil outlines for these guys dapping and walking off the screen. And with that being said, let's just jump into it, shall we? I'm gonna go. Wait, let me check to see if the audio is working here. Okay. Okay, so far audio's good, so I'm just gonna go and make a simple blank keyframe over here. So I guess this is now proof that I do kind of sometimes work on these projects offline. Anyway, I had a little bit of a nap before I streamed today, because I had to attend like one class this morning for my college course. Basically all we did was just view a video project that I've been working on for the past week, technically. So if you guys don't know, I basically have a video project finished up that's not for this for this channel. It's basically for my school's requirements, and I finished it just about like a few weeks ago, and it contained some, and it was a group project, so there were some guest appearances there that would make me not want to publish this video at all publicly on YouTube or something. Because I don't know how I don't know how people would feel about showing their faces on the public internet, so I am keeping this video project hidden for the rest of its life here on my computer and on the internet until someone, I don't know, some stalker of mine uncovers it for some reason. So I did this video project before. It's basically just us interviewing a bunch of dentists that we know of. One of them is my mom. And another one is like, I don't know, like a friend of one of my classmates or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask her. But this morning, we basically just showed off each of our projects to our teacher, and the entire class gets to show off our bad video editing skills. Funny enough, there was one doctor that they interviewed from another group that isn't mine. That's basically just acting like the wise old sage that would occasionally troll you with a bunch of answers to your questions. Like, I think it was like one of my classmates' dad or something. But when when he was like given a question of what lessons you may wanna give to like dental students in the future, you just go like, I don't know, and it's like, oh my god, this guy is so funny. The guy doesn't really give a shit compared to like the rest of our interviewers that we have planned, wherein they were completely 100% in the 100% willing to participate in our little group project. Meanwhile, this guy's like boomerang everything in this one video, and it doesn't help with the fact that the video was poorly edited, and the video quality could use some, you know, could use a better camera, because I could almost see the pixels making up the video for this one group. But you know, it's a pretty fun time. It kind of watching all these videos kind of remind me back when I used to do YouTube on my early days. So I guess it's a well-known fact, if you've read the description of my channel, that I've been doing this for like 10 years now. I started YouTube when I was only like in high school. I was like 15 at the time when I first made my first Minecraft Let's Play video. That was such a long time ago. And I remembered trying to look for ways that I can enter the space without getting too confused by all the softwares and video recorders that I would eventually get to use. And I remember the first ever video editor that I've ever used was freaking Windows Movie Maker, of all things, because I was I didn't know that any better when it comes to what's the best video editor out there, and when I look at my favorite YouTuber at the time, which was Radio Under Ray, and I see him like editing in Windows Movie Maker, or that's what he says that he uses as the video editor. I'm like, oh, I should use that as a video editor. Not knowing that by that point, in 2016, friggin' Windows Movie Maker has already been like off the grid when it comes to updates for like 10 years or something. I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure like Windows Movie Maker's last update came out when Windows 7 or Vista was still a thing, and by that point it was like Windows 8.1. So I'm like technically 1.5 generations away from the last update for Windows Movie Maker, and I don't think Windows 8 is built to support these sorts of legacy hardware. Software, I mean. But I pushed through anyways and made a lot of shit with Windows Movie Maker. I think my first 50 videos were made using Windows Movie Maker before I moved on to video editors like Lightworks or something. And my god, I think I've used Lightworks for... I think Lightworks was my go-to video editor for like the longest time. After 2016, until maybe like 2024 maybe, when I finally decided to move on to DaVinci Resolve. Reason why I think I didn't move to DaVinci Resolve was because I still thought that the low file size of Lightworks makes up for its lack of tools. But then I eventually gave in to the quality of DaVinci Resolve, and now that's the one I use to make my live That's the video editor I use to make my animations, video essays, and other videos that you see here now on this channel, even the time lapses. And occasionally maybe Blender, especially when it comes to shorts. I think Blender is pretty good with that. Then again, though, I think it's only because I've only recently figured out how to render a video in a vertical format in DaVinci. It's the reason why I sometimes use Blender as a video editor. My god. And then as for like video recorders back then, I don't know, I don't think OBS was that big of a software when I first started YouTubing in 2016. If I did do, if OBS did exist back then, I think I was just too ignorant with the current software at that time. And not to mention that I think I started off. Charlie Kirk, why are you saying that in my stream? But anyway, yeah, I started off playing a bunch of mobile games back then, so I didn't have any interest in using like using OBS at that time, because OBS isn't supported in mobile devices. So I just kind of decided to use a well-known mobile video recorder at that time, which is also free, which is called Mobizen. Mobizen was the one I used to record some of my old Minecraft footage for this channel. And I think it sucked sometimes as a video editor, because it sometimes couldn't make up its mind when it comes to the video format that I wanted to record. Sometimes it would record in vertical, sometimes it would record in horizontal, and it had nothing to do with how my screen is rotated. It's just, even if I'm like recording 100% of the time, you're tracing every frame, yeah. But you know, this is all like models I made on my own, so it's like that's yeah, I'm basically just tracing every frame here. I know I can just use the line art modifier for these kinds of animations, but it's like it sometimes doesn't work for me for some reason. As in, I mean it does technically trace the outlines of my model, but it doesn't always come off as naturally as I want it to be. Like for example, like this ab here, if I were to use the line art modifier completely to trace the abs of this guy, there would be some corners that feel too sharp or something, and that is a grave offense when it comes to the art style that I'm trying to go here, which is loosey-goosey. So yeah. And not to mention, I also sometimes make smear frames on my animations, so smear frames can be created using line art modifier. So better yet, just go for the manual way of making frames here. Although I'm not completely against the line art modifier. I think there's some ways people can use line art modifier to make very quick outlines, but I'm going for like quality here, so it's like I don't mind wasting time just drawing a bunch of these frames here on my animation. But anyway, back to freaking Mobizen, this old mobile video recorder that I used to use to record some old Minecraft footage for this channel. Just like any other video recorders at the time, it kinda had to like give you a watermark for every video export out of that recorder, and it always felt cheap whenever I make a video on that freaking recorder and notice the big ass Mobizen watermark covering up like a fourth of my screen. Can you share one image of a render? I mean, you can go to my community posts and see all the renders I've done, but sure, I'll show you like maybe one. Let me see. Let me go here. A render that I did. I'd love to see one image render. Okay, dude, hold on. Hold your horses. You don't need to glaze me that much, dude, to force me to get a render up in here. I guess you already saw my recent Sanrio render, which is this one. Oh, this one. There it is. I made this. I made this recently. I made the I would assume to be like the most popular Sanrio characters at this moment in time. I don't know what else is there, but there's also I also made if you weren't from that if you weren't from that post that I did on my community tab, I think this may suit you more. Right? The suburbs. I also did a Metroid render here, so you can see. I did this like last year. Because I was a big fan of the I played the original 4 games back to back one afternoon in the summer of 2022, and I loved the series from then on. I still haven't played the Metroid Prime. I'll just put this image somewhere else here in this screen. I still haven't played like Metroid Prime yet, so it could be something that might want to do during, I don't know, Christmas break or something. Maybe play the remastered version of Metroid Prime, then follow it up with maybe getting an emulator to run Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. But anyway, have you seen like footage of Metroid Prime 4 recently? Not the ones that make the game look good or anything, but the one that caused a little bit of a discussion online about whether this is actually a Metroid Prime 4 leak or something, or not. Just one footage of these space soldiers opening up their masks that kind of look like the same helmet that Samus Aran used to, throughout the games. People say that felt like on Nintendo GameCube, right? Yeah, that one. Although I think I think I exactly remember. I think Metroid Prime 3 came out in the Wii, I think. But yeah, like most of the Prime games were out during the GameCube era of Nintendo. But I saw some leaked footage of Metroid Prime 4 on the internet, and it showed these realistic characters talking in, I think, a game cutscene in the game, and people lost their minds of it for some reason. Meanwhile, I am looking at this freaking footage and I'm like, yeah, I feel like this is something that I might expect from a franchise like Nintendo. Because when I come to think about it, there have been times wherein uh, Metroid did show some realistic human characters um, in their world. I just think of things like Metroid, the one Metroid that people hated. What's it called again? Like Metroid, the one wherein Samus keeps on saying "mom" or something, or the baby. that had some realistic human characters to it. At least realistic human characters at that time when it was made. And then, not to mention the alien designs are always like hyper realistic. So I don't get why people are mad that we are now suddenly getting a Nintendo game that is not as cartoony as their other franchises. Maybe it's because they are so used to Metroid having this, I don't know, this retro look when it comes to the original games made by the Japanese creator, the original Japanese creator, with all of his pixel-like art and stuff. But I feel like Metroid could actually benefit to you know to having much better graphics in their games, because I feel like it kind of just fits the mood of the franchise in general, if I do say so myself. You heard the man who created Mario passed away? Huh? What are you talking about? Freaking Shigeru Miyamoto? Or are you talking about the other guy? Who was it? The one good CEO of Nintendo that everyone loves. Hold on, let me look this up. I'm not gonna be tricked to any fake news. Shigeru Miyamoto. Okay, I'm looking at this freaking Wikipedia page here, and so far, no mention of a of a date of death here. You must be talking about Satoru Iwata. I feel like that's the one that they're talking about. Yeah, the original maker? What do you mean original maker? Dude, I think he's still alive. Shigeru Miyamoto is still alive, but but if you're talking about Satoru Iwata, I mean, the guy has already like passed away like 10 years ago or something. Dude, you can't be spreading fake news over here. I gotta say though, I've seen some people make documentaries about Satoru Iwata's life, and it's very interesting seeing the kind of life he used to live before his time in CEO. Because I as far as I can tell from facts around these documentaries, he was a very good programmer back in his day. He was the guy who made the Game & Watch, right? Or helped in making the Game & Watch back then. When he realized that he can use the same hardware to use that they used to make calculators to make like a game console out of it. Yeah, recently I'll get the name BRB. Okay, dude. Yeah, dude, go search him up. I have no idea what you. I don't know if we're talking about the same guy here. But yeah, Satoru Iwata was a very interesting guy. I loved his contributions to many known Nintendo franchises like Kirby, Pokemon. What else is there? I think Zelda also, when it comes to Link's Awakening. He really did a lot of things when it comes to the Game Boy side of things. Looking back at it, he didn't play a part in making any of the games technically, but he is part of making sure that these games run efficiently in a very primitive hardware at that time. So yeah, I just felt like his life is very inspiring. Makes you want to make your own games technically when you look back at his life. And I also like his business, his consumer, well, not really consumer friendly business practices, but his willingness to like take a pay cut of his own salary in order to make sure that his employees get paid proper wages. It's great. What are you doing? Oh my god. Okay. It's the part of the stream wherein my sister bounces around the room and annoys me. Oh my god. I guess we're not far off from the topic that I was supposed to start off in this stream, which is about just 3D tips and tricks in general. Hey, I'm down to always talk about Nintendo if that's if that's the calling of the chat here. Some games I've recently been playing during my trip to Batangas is that I've recently gone back to playing Harvest Moon. I played Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar during my time on vacation. I haven't gone back to playing A Tale of Two Towns yet. Mostly because the game is saving my computer and I don't really use my computer to play games.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah, I do sometimes play video games. Kazuki Motoyama. Oh. Let me see this. Kazuki Motoyama. Oh, you're talking about the artist. I thought you meant like the guy behind the games. Wait a minute, this guy's not even like the... This guy's the manga creator.
What's the manga?
For Mario, not like... Not like the actual Mario artist, I think. Is he? Wait, I'm not sure. No, all I'm seeing here is that he is the official artist for the Super Mario comics back in the day. that sounds like a very clickbait answer. Like, oh my god, the creator of Mario passed away. It feels like something that that comicbook.com would make or something. But still, that's still a very sad news for some people, maybe fans of obscure part of Mario's history. Alright, let me first make some of the outlines here. Okay. I've been able to hit people really hard when we received the news that Shigeru Miyamoto would pass away, because I feel like some of the people that make up Nintendo are these three guys named Satoru Iwata, Gunpei Yokoi, and Shigeru Miyamoto. Like when I think of people that made Nintendo the way that they are right now, I think of those three people, and technically like two of these people already passed away, and it's only like Shigeru Miyamoto left, running some part of Nintendo in his own way. So I feel like it will be an end of an era when we come to the realization that Shigeru might pass away at some point. But yeah. Dang, how do I transition off this topic? Let me try to draw some of these stuff here. You know, in some ways, we kind of sometimes forget the fact that people like pass away sometimes without our own knowledge of them. I'm an RPG kind of a player. Oh, you are. Like what kind of RPG? You're talking about Pokemon kinds of RPG, or just, you know, you're the hardcore kind of RPG kind of guy that plays Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest or something? Because not gonna lie, I don't think I played that much RPGs for myself, except for maybe some tactical RPGs like Fire Emblem. Those are some games that I really have fun playing. But for the traditional kind of RPG where it's just you waiting for a player to do their turn before you do yours, it's not my cup of coffee anymore. I gotta tell you that. Chrono Cross. Oh! You know, I did kind of play the Chrono Trigger a little while back. But then I kind of got bored of it. And just decided to watch someone else play it online. Is that a hot take to say that Chrono Trigger got me bored? I don't know. I think my TikTok brain is finally catching up to me. I just thought it had a very slow start. I didn't really finish the game at all. And I guess that's why I found the game boring. It had a very slow start at the very beginning. But I did kind of like the fact that it tried to do something different with the formula by making it a real-time RPG in a way, where if you don't do anything for a couple of minutes, the freaking opponent would start attacking you. And not to mention that it kind of also it also factors in your distance between enemy characters when you play. So yeah, I kind of like Chrono Trigger's gameplay of it. But my god, I'm too brain rotted to continue playing the game from here. And not to mention, I also have not much free time left to play these long kinds of RPGs. So yeah, that's why I don't play that many RPGs aside from maybe Fire Emblem. Do you play Fire Emblem? I love Fire Emblem as a series. It's like, even though I know that the story behind these games are not up to par with games like Chrono Trigger, they definitely make it up with their interesting way of handling the RPG genre. You know, I guess I play Fire Emblem for its like difficulty, the fact that you you once a player dies, you no longer have any chance to revive them. You have to be into it. Well, guess what? I am not into it, so hey, you know, I respect people's gaming gaming preferences here. You know. But anyway, going back to Fire Emblem, I love the fact that Fire Emblem Fire Emblem as a franchise does things differently compared to any other traditional RPG. Because it's basically just chess, chess, but Nuzlocke. It's basically just Nuzlocke chess if you come to think about it. um, and I guess the only one irritating thing about Fire Emblem is the whole setting up of your troops before every battle. But when you get to play one game of Fire Emblem, you get to understand why I love this series so much. I guess some notable games in the franchise is maybe Fire Emblem Awakening. I still think Fire Emblem Awakening's story is still the best in the series so far. Although I haven't played Three Houses yet, I heard Three Houses is a pretty good game, a pretty great game too in some people's minds. But I still haven't come around to playing it yet. What else? I also recommend you guys playing the 2 English Fire Emblem games available in the GBA. Fire Emblem 2004, was it? 2004 or 2002? And Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. Those are like classics in my opinion. And avoid anything that came out in the DS. I tried to play Shadow Dragon once on Nintendo on a Nintendo DS emulator, and I thought that what the fuck is this? And I thought that this freaking art style was just not for me. Like I never am that too critical when it comes to a game's art style, but my god, like Shadow Dragon's sprite work really needed some work. I'm not gonna lie. Because it really broke my immersion when it comes to being a part of this this sort of Game of Thrones like world, when you're always in a life and death situation. But when you look at these Shadow Dragons semi 3D models, you're like, what the frick is this? It feels like something that's rendered out of like Blender solid mode or something. So yeah, I haven't gone back to funnily enough, I haven't really gone back to playing Fire Emblem ever since I did a quick playthrough of the first few levels of Shadow Dragon one day. Maybe I'll get back to playing some of the 3DS versions of Fire Emblem, because to me I think that's where Fire Emblem finally came back to becoming an interesting series for me. Then maybe I'll play some of the Nintendo Switch games, especially Three Houses. People say Three Houses like the best. That's like the original Ogre Battles in Super Nintendo. What's the Ogre Battles? Let me see that. Is that like a franchise I don't know about? Ogre Battles Super Nintendo. Oh yeah, I'm looking at some of the gameplay footage of this. And yeah, this kind of remind me of Fire Emblem in a way. But then again though, didn't like Fire Emblem also come out before the Super Nintendo? I'm pretty sure the first one came out way back when the Nintendo Entertainment System was already out. Yeah, sadly though, that we never got like English port of the original Fire Emblem games made by the original creator. Hmm. Like Emblem Fire. All right. So, what's going to talk about here? Similar. Yeah, it is kind of similar. Yeah, speaking of Fire Emblem clones, I did saw. I mean, I saw a video one day about what the heck happened to the original creator of Fire Emblem. Because from my own understanding of the story, the original creator of Fire Emblem, which I can't remember the name of, uh, basically walked out of the series one day because I think he was having enough of whatever Nintendo was doing at that time. And to get back to the gaming community, the original creator decided to make his own Fire Emblem ripoff called Tear Ring Saga or something. It came out in the PlayStation, and that resulted in a lawsuit one day that made people debate whether this is supposed to be a original franchise or a continuation of the Fire Emblem series. Because it had some gameplay elements that made it look like it's part of the Fire Emblem series of games, and there were also some story elements that carried out from Fire Emblem that was placed into this new game. Um, so I saw the well, the creator really hit hard when it came to this lawsuit, and he never really came back to becoming a big deal in the gaming space after what he did at that time. It just kind of goes to show that even if you're like the original creator of a series that people love, you will be hit real hard by the book of law. If you don't know how to keep your intellectual properties and stuff. Oh god. Alright. So I guess I'm naming the stream, let me tell you a secret that doesn't require me to dox any of my personal information. And the reason why I'm calling it this stream is because I was originally wanting to have this be a Q&A for people who wants to know more about some of my Blender tips and tricks in this channel. But since none of these guys have really come out on this chat, I guess we can talk about some of my actual secrets that I haven't really told anyone before on this channel. I think I've told some of these secrets to some personal friends of mine back in the day, but as for you guys, I don't think you guys have heard of me talking about some of these stories back then. So let me see. One secret that I can tell you guys on the stream is that I once took a big dump back in like grade school. I was like grade 1 at the time, And I remember during one class, I couldn't hold in a freaking number 2 that is starting to occur in my butt crack at that time. So I hold it in for like a couple of hours, and then lunch came in, and the teacher still wasn't like dismissing us to go out and have our lunch. And I was becoming really desperate, so I decided to go commando right in the center of the classroom. and I was like shitting myself. I was like literally like shitting myself in the grade 1 classroom that I was staying at, and people were like noticing the smell that's coming out of my butt. And it came to a point that that teacher had to walk in and take me to the washroom so I can get myself cleaned. And I think I remember this freaking teacher had to like wash my ass for me just to, you know, get rid of the stench. And it was like my most embarrassing moment I can remember from grade 1. Like, what the fuck? Your renders are incredible. Good, thank you, dude. I think that kind of makes up for the stupidity that I had when I was like a elementary school student. Now, since we're talking about this subject, it really made me think about how hard it is to sometimes raise children. Because children can do very dumb stuff like that if you really look into it. I also kind of remember back then. Should I even tell you this story, guys? Okay. I guess I can tell you the story since a lot of time has already passed ever since this story occurred. But back when I was in like freaking grade 1, what the heck? No, grade 3. Like grade 3 or grade 1? I don't know. A lot of crazy things have happened during my elementary school years. But anyway, my dad and my brother decided to go out after school one day to Jollibee, which is this famous fast food restaurant chain here in this country. We decided one day to go get a Jollibee after school, and we went to the mall to do so. And I remembered we went to because this Jollibee was located at the basement of this mall, at the basement floor of this mall. So we had to like take an escalator down an escalator down in order to get to this freaking restaurant. And when the escalator was going down, I had this urge to play with my brother while the escalator was going down. So we were like running up and down this escalator, just, you know, playing tag, hanging on the rails to you know, because I don't know, we were being goofy. Children can be very goofy and dumb sometimes. And then, oh god, I don't know if this is like something that would be good to tell for you innocent minds. While we were playing in this escalator, my brother's foot suddenly like got into the wedge between the steps and the railing, because you know, like the escalator is moving down, right? And oh god, I don't know if I should tell you this, guys. It's just a gory. Oh my god. Okay, I'll just tell you guys real quick, just to avoid any trauma in this chat. But basically, my brother's foot got stuck in the escalator, And I can still, oh my god, I can still remember like the screeching of the escalator as his foot gets dragged onto the metal of the freaking escalator. Oh god. Oh jeez. His foot got stuck on the escalator, and he had to be rushed into the hospital because of the traumatic injury, and I had to like okay. Okay, thank you for lighting the mood there, Surreal Al-Muki, with your story. But let me finish my story first. Basically, he had to be rushed to the hospital, and I had to really catch the entire moment as we were like riding my brother to the hospital. Yes, holy shit! I did some dumb shit back then. I always thought to myself that maybe it was like my fault that his foot got stuck in the escalator because I was like playing with him around the escalator and shit. And yeah, it was such a traumatic experience for me that I don't want any children to experience that freaking thing ever again. Thankfully, my brother's foot did recover miraculously. I don't know how he was able to do it, and surprisingly enough, he actually became like one of, because we were like training to become runners at that time. My dad was into sports, and he wanted me and my brother to be into running, races and marathons at the time, and he actually became very fast. Like so fast that he can run a 10-kilometer in under an hour or something. And he's even faster than me, and I have like two working feet under my legs or something. It's such a miracle how he was able to recover so fast after such a traumatic injury. But yeah, my main message for this story is kids can be dumb. Go monitor your freaking kids if you have to. And to any kids watching the stream right now, don't be stupid. Don't play around the escalator. There's a reason why those yellow lines are there. Because it's for dumb kids like me who doesn't know any better about freaking safety around these machinery and stuff. But anyway, let me look at your story here. Me and people used to vomit the doodle and piss in a apple jug. We mixed it with a stick, poured it in a bottle with a spray, and used to spray everyone in school. And we also made dawdle in a brown bag. What? All I heard was like vomit, piss, and spray, and then I was like out of it. I don't know. How about you, Dewey? Have you ever like, what are like some dumb things that happen in school? What are some dumb things that happen in school?
Oh, the toilet is clogged.
Huh?
The toilet is clogged.
A toilet is clogged?
Every day.
Every day? Why?
I don't know.
Was it always unclogged during the day? During like early in the day, and then it just suddenly gets clogged as the day goes on?
It's always like that.
It's always like that? Why? Someone just deciding to like put toilet paper into it or something?
No.
The frick. You see, this is why, guys, you need good parents, or else your toilet will get clogged one day. I don't know if my mic picked it up, but basically my sister too is saying that every time he goes to school, he would look at the toilet and see that it's always getting clogged throughout the day. Now that I think about it, I think also back then I would also have some vague memories of some toilet being clogged in my elementary school as well. I guess it's just some instinct in kids to just destroy public toilets for some reason. But yeah, um, I guess that's one secret of mine. What else is there? Um, okay, since you're like new here, I think I might as well tell you guys an old secret that I think I've told to chat before.
What's it?
I actually used Tinder once. You know Tinder? No. It's like this dating app.
Why did
Back
you
then.
use a date?
Because I want.
You're single.
Oh yeah, technically yeah. I'm like okay, so this was like. This is like 2020. I was just I recently got into college. I was a freshie at that time. And I'm looking at all my classmates who are getting all these freaking boyfriends and girlfriends, and I'm like, holy shit, I am like missing out on this freaking relationship craze that's happening right now. So I decided to like, I like your video you got to Discord. For the sake of my own audience, I don't have a Discord, mostly because I don't know, I don't like using Discord at all, especially when I sometimes see a lot of people using Discord. It always results in the most pettiest of dramas on Twitter. So I make it a habit to avoid Discord altogether. Even though I know there's like literally nothing wrong with Discord on itself, I feel like there's just something about it that makes it a magnet for all of the Twitter drama that I'm looking at right now on X or something. I did use Discord once to chat with a bunch of guys in the Blender Discord. But after that experience, I decided just not to do Discord whatsoever. But yeah, going back to my Tinder story, I was like, yo, I should go get a girlfriend because, you know, I was a lonely piece of shit and I was not confident in myself, so I needed a girl to tell me, yo, yo, say that I am worth my time and effort or something. But yeah, I was a freaking loser at that time. I wasn't like confident of myself when I was a freshie in college, so I had to like go to I went to Tinder to validate my own freaking, I don't know, my own worth as a person. And just to clarify, guys, I don't believe in these kinds of things anymore. This whole freaking sim culture, wherein you, or this dating culture in general. I'm not a part of that anymore. I don't like treating people like, I don't know, like trophies that you just show off in social media or something. That's just not who I am anymore. That's just, in fact, I don't want people to treat people like that in general now, because it's toxic. It leads to bad practices that I don't want people to get into. Thankfully, I never really did anything that that you usually see in these kinds of spaces that you see online. I've seen some dating experiences that gone horribly wrong, but for me, you know, I used to, when I tried to use Tinder at that time, I made it a point to distance myself from the people that I'm talking to at that site. But my God, I've seen some stories in Tinder wherein they meet face to face and things go horribly wrong for them. It's a weird thing. But yeah, going back to Tinder, my prepubescent self really wanted to find a girl in the site, so I don't know. I don't even know if you should be here, Dewey, because it's because it's like going to personal territory here. But yeah, I wanted to find a freaking a wooga a wooga in the in the in the in Tinder. So I freaking set up this freaking dating profile. Yeah, you know how to. I mean, you have to like set up a profile for yourself, like the same way you set up a profile on Facebook.
By the way, why would you so cute?
Huh?
Why would you so cute?
What?
Why would you so cute?
Cupid? What?
Keep it.
Keep it. No, I don't have it anymore. What are you talking about? I don't have it. I don't have a Tinder profile anymore. You freaking ass. But yeah, I began setting up this dating profile. So I took I got some old photos of myself. Or no, it's not old photos, but like recent photos of myself at the time. Of me, going to school, doing some stuff, and then and then I don't know what came into me when I was making this dating profile, but I just decided to put up a picture of Crowley from Good Omens. Hold on, let me use. There's the name of the actor who played Crowley from Good Omens. Because I was like a big fan of the book at the time. Neil Gaiman's Good Omens at the time, and I was also a big fan of the show. It was a good adaptation of the book.
Yes.
David Tennant, yeah. I had like I in my dating profile, I put up David Tennant as one of my pictures that I put into my profile. It was David Tennant dressing up as Crowley for the Good Omens Amazon series, and I don't know how much it played into people liking my freaking dating profile back then, but I got like 11 matches from this one freaking from this one freaking decision I decided to put into my dating profile. And I don't know, I guess people were also in the craze of watching Good Omens or any freaking TV show at the time. And I got freaking 11 matches there for some reason. I don't know why. By the way, the reason why I put David Tennant in my dating profile is because I just thought that I should also put some of my interests in some of the pictures that I took. So I think I also took some pictures of books I was reading at the time. I read like Playlist of the Dead by what was the guy? I read Playlist of the Dead, Beginning of Everything. All of your bog standard YA novels at that time, because I wanted to like become a writer during this period of my life. And then I think I also put up some shows I was watching and some anime. And I got 11 matches on that site for some reason. And I did chat with some people online there. Just to, I don't know, just to see what we can talk about. But as I started chatting with some of the people there on the site, I realized that there's like no chemistry coming out of the people that I meet in this site. And I think it's mostly because we are mostly just stroking our ego when it comes to sites like Tinder. People just want to validate their own personality on that site when I want to use it, and I don't want to just point fingers at the user base itself, because I was also the sort of people back then that were like wishing to just get some validation out of a woman at that time for some reason. Um, and I realized later on as I chat with these people that nothing really good is really happening when it came to these apps wherein you just talk with someone that you don't know for a couple of minutes, and it's attracting people that isn't really going to be good for you in the long run, and it just validates toxic behavior that you don't want to carry on into your adult life. um, what else? It's just sad. I just notice that whenever I get into online dating culture, it just feels very sad. uh, I just feel kind of very sad with myself and the people I'm talking to. The more I use these sites, and so I just sort of decided to just not do these sorts of things anymore. Um, in fact, I don't think I really uh, I don't really engage in any dating culture whatsoever from then on. Uh, because I just sort of just became used to loving myself as a person. The more I live on this earth, I got into more hobbies. Blender, I think, is one aspect of my life that really helped me in the long run because it just made me more confident in myself as a person, as well as I got into things like sports. I mean, technically, I did do sports back then, but I don't know why. But I always treated sports as something that my dad chose for me, rather than something that could actually improve on my life. Um, so I did more sports. I built up my confidence through that one thing, and then what else is there? I got into making music, got into programming shit. I decided to make my grades in college much better, and in the end, I just became fine with just being with myself. I feel like with most teenagers and young adults at this time, you sort of feel pressured to like date people in in your age because it just feels like the norm for most people. But sometimes it might not be like your cup of tea to be dating people, at least in this period of time. Um, and maybe you don't need a partner at all. Sometimes maybe you just need better friends, better connections in your life. Um, I realized later on that that for me, I think it's I was looking for more so for a friend at the time rather than as a partner. Uh, because I didn't really have that large of a friend group at that time. So, and I for some reason assumed that I just wanted like I don't know, a romantic relationship at that time, when in fact I just wanted something that's more platonic. So I I don't know. From here on I just decided that hey, maybe I just need a friend. You know, I want a friend that I can chat shit with and stuff. And people go, oh wait, oh Morgan, don't you notice that freaking romantic relationships have this one aura to them that you just can't get with platonic relationship? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't think there's like anything special with romantic relationships. I mean, technically there is in some subjective level, but if we really have to come down to it, a romantic partner is just a friend with extra steps, you know. Um, there's I don't know. I guess there's the responsibility of like of giving your partner like affection and stuff whenever you you talk to them. But I'm like, I kind of like squint my eye at that and think, oh wait, that's like, you know, maybe there's some minor differences, but overall you're just getting a special kind of friend. In the end of the day, you know, it's like, what's the point of making this a big deal when it's just a a friend with a friend with better updates to it, you know. It's Friends 2.0 technically. Um, so yeah, right now I'm not really looking for anything when it comes to the dating side of things. I just want friends, really. Okay, let me just make this freaking belt. And I also look at some of the stories that some of my in relationship friends would have on social media, and I look at these problems that they're facing with their partners, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for that, you know. Because I think recently in this semester I caught like a story of one of my classmates being like pregnant or something, and I'm like, what the frick? I didn't know. I never really came into terms that, oh my god, we're technically adults now, technically, and seeing just my classmate telling the story about how he already has like a kid on the way, it's like, oh my god. I mean, good for her. Well, I mean, I guess not good for her because he later told us that it isn't her like choice to have a kid at the time. So I'm like, eh. But yeah, it's I don't know if I'm ready for the problems that kind of come into, you know, being in a relationship with someone else. Especially with things that I'm already experiencing in my life right now. I still have like a college to complete, a YouTube channel to run. I can't have all these responsibilities in my plate right now. That's why I'm only looking for a friend at this time. Faces for the walls of your screen. Hello again. Hey Rose, what's up? I was talking about freaking dating culture in this stream while you were gone. I had like a crazy little Tinder story back then that didn't result in anything. And it ended with me just being happy to be single, I guess. I won't be able to stay for long tonight because I fear that I'm slightly under the weather and I need to go to bed soon. I see. Yeah, we're talking about freaking dating here in this freaking live stream. But what's gonna add to this dating story? I guess I might as well confess that after this one this one story, this one Tinder story, I did eventually get some confessions from classmates of mine from back in the day. I think I had like 2 girls confess to me that they like me in a way, or yeah, 2. I think. Wait, 2 or 3? I'm not sure. But yeah, I got like 2. I got like 3 girls to confess that they like me in a way. Um, and I had to like politely turn them down because you know, as I told you guys, I wasn't looking at for a relationship at that time, and I was also like facing a bunch of problems that I don't want to get into in the stream, even though I'm like telling you guys some secrets on the stream. Family related stuff that I don't want to get into. So I had to like politely turn them down because I was just not looking for one at that at that moment in time. Um, so yeah, which I guess comes into the discussion of how do you politely like turn someone down if ever they want to ask you to be a romantic partner or something, because I don't know, I feel I did that like I already did that like 3 times before, and looking back at it, I always felt like I could have done something better when it comes to turning some people down. Like, I think the first time someone asked me to be their I don't know, their girlfriend, I guess. Now that's like a high school thing to say. This girl wanted to be my girlfriend, and I said no. But this romantic, she wanted to be my partner or something, and I think I just straight up said no, and then laughed it off. And looking back at it, I feel like I did damage to her more than I could have imagined. And I still kind of regret it to this day. If you were that one girl, the same one girl that confessed to me at a cafeteria table one day, if you're watching the stream, I apologize. I didn't mean for that to be that rude of a answer. I was just young, stupid, and full of cum back then. And I didn't know how to react to such a sudden question, you know. Oh, I've turned down someone before. Lol. I stated I understood their feelings and accepted them as valid, and then they calmly and politely friend-zoned them. Although I was sweating the whole time, and my parents had to help me. Yeah, wait, yeah, did your parents help you in your rejection letter? What the frick? I think I was going solo when I had to when I was confronted with that same kind of situation. I didn't need my freaking parents for this shit. Because that's freaking awkward, dude. But yeah, it's oh my god, I suck at this freaking rejection stuff. And then there was this other girl that also I also had to reject. Shit, I feel like a bad person just telling these stories. But I keep these girls anonymous, so I guess it's fair game. So I got this other. I also had to reject this one girl that came to me, and I think the way I worded it was in a joking manner. I think. Holy shit! I'm a bad person, am I? Fuck. Oh god. I told her, bro, dude, I am not. I cannot remember the exact words I said to her, but basically it went, dude, I am not into you because I like older women much more. MILFs are the best. MILFs are what I'm looking into. I was like, so I was like, I was telling her that in a joking manner, and I think she handled it well. I think she handled it much better than all the other women I had to like turn down in the past, because it felt like I was just joking. I feel like the joke landed at that time, but I was like, oh my god, this is Jesus Christ. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I could have done something better. Is what I'm saying. I don't like the way I handled uh, relationships back then. I wanna just sort of formally apologize to the people that I had to turn down because I suck and a piece of shit and a loser bitch. But yeah, it's that's why I wanna just apologize for those things. Yeah, it was all the Usru attacks, haha. As someone who's known for saying some weird and unintentional stuff, it was very useful. Just know you can stop at any time, Lamau. Okay, that's some good advice, I must say. I wish I could have known of that. I wish I could have said. I wish someone could have said that advice when I was confronted with that situation. Oh my god. But yeah. That's great. Hmm. I don't know what people see in me when they when they confess when they like confess their love to me. Um, because I'm always like that one quiet kid in school that just does the job for the day and leaves for school. I don't really like talk to a lot of people uh, in high school or in college. Even up to now, I just go to school thinking that, oh, I just need to complete a bunch of these requirements, go to school, and do YouTube when I get home. You know, um, yeah, I was the one quiet kid that just gets the job done. Because right now my I guess the main mantra I guess that I follow in life right now is, you know, just is to separate my work life from my personal life, and I treat schoolwork as work in my opinion. And you know, I can agree with some people that may disagree with this. You know, maybe there may be some points where you do want some friendships or some relationships when you're at work in order to fulfill a goal better while at work. But I make it a point, but in my own, I guess my own personal belief. You guys can have your own personal belief. Um, I want there to be some boundary when it comes to how we treat people in the workplace versus how we treat people outside of the workplace. So that's why whenever I go to school, I don't know, I just go there to work. I don't really go there for chit chat. Um, I mean I do you know, be kind and helpful whenever the situation presents itself. But overall, I just go there to work and stuff. If I'm gonna be honest, it was honestly like so bad when I realized the person who liked me like had a crush on me, as I'm Arrow/Ace. So I was like, oh no, how do I turn them down politely? Ooh, wow, that sucks, dude. Yeah, freaking rejection. Trying to reject someone is hard work, I must say. I mean, not to discredit anyone who experienced rejection before, but to the person that has to be confronted with the decision to reject someone, there has to be some awkward shit that you just can't like move away from in just one day or something. Um, like what do you do after you get rejected? You just go, because you know, if especially if it's like a classmate or something, do you just do you just talk normally after rejection, or do you just, because normally I don't think it ever comes normally these situations just doesn't like resolve itself, you know. There will be some awkward experiences that you need to get into before things come back to normal. And I always wonder, how do you freaking deal with this, you know? but going back, I was the I guess the quiet kid at school. I go there thinking that I just need to go to work, get my stuff done, um, and especially now, I feel like I should at least be the responsible one at school because since I'm a regular student, I need to at least show these younger classmates of mine how to like act like an adult in school, because uh, if you guys don't know, I am basically an irregular student in the college that I am staying at right now, and I guess I'm technically just 3 years apart from these classmates that I am meeting up with. Uh, Yet I still kind of make it a point that I at least show to them how to become a responsible student in this institution. Uh, and I also do it for my own sake because my God, would it be depressing if even up to your like 30s or something, you're still going out drinking with your mates, being irresponsible and getting drunk on on uh on in the middle of the night or something. Like I feel like I should probably people should probably move on from that lifestyle when you get older in college. You need to like become an adult, start taking care of yourself, and be a better mentor to the people that are younger than you. You know. I'm glad that we're still good friends though. I don't get to talk with them as often nowadays, but whenever I get the chance, we always get along well. Ah, that's a good ending to your freaking thing. Um, as for me though, I since I'm always like not meeting up with the same kinds of people in my college, I don't really form uh, that many friendships or relationships with them, um, because I'm always moving from one class to another, and these classes don't always have uh, students that are the same as the classmates that I attend in another class. So yeah, there's really not enough time for me to like make any relationships with these people, and technically I'm fine with that, but I do understand why this could be a detriment to my being, to my social being. But yeah, it sucks. Anyway, going back to being an adult, uh, I kind of moved on from the whole uh, college lifestyle, I guess, of dating women, getting drunk in the middle of the night, and I don't know, making bad decisions while you don't study or something. I I guess I just realized that I'm just too old for that kind of things. By the way, I don't want to like discredit people who drink, for the sake of maybe going out with friends or anything. I can understand how drinking and doing some leisurely stuff can be a great way uh, to build up your social identity with other people. But again, just do it in like moderation and stuff. You can't just be doing this all day. There has to be like a point where you have to put your butt in the seat and get to work and deal with the problems you're actually experiencing in your life. Um, so yeah, I am now doing my best to become an adult in this situation. The adult. I'm trying to become the mom of my class technically. um, my God, I can remember times during this semester wherein I think my classmates would come up to me to ask some questions in regards to some some plot holes that they have in regards to some lessons that we were taught in school, and I would usually come in as a, I guess, a pseudo professor for them. I would try to give them all these complicated terms that they may need to pass an exam, and I'm basically just the pseudo legendary Pokemon that people won't name as an official legendary Pokemon, but he will do the job that the legendary Pokemon would do if given the chance. Why am I comparing my status as the smart kid to freaking legendary Pokemon? What the frick? But yeah, I wanna get adulting. You know, we need to get adulting at some point. And I guess the only times I become an immature prick right now is when I go to my YouTube channel and do cartoons and make cartoons on the internet. But then again, though, I'm already starting to find it hard to find some free time to do live streaming here on YouTube. And when I do live stream, I guess make it a point to teach people how to live their life better while teaching them art and stuff. I don't know. Oh well. Shit. It's all chill, live streaming should be on your own time and not too stressful. Yeah, true, dude. You can't, I guess that's my way of, like, de-stressing throughout the day. I just go do my live stream and just chat with some people that may come in to chat. Okay, let me just hide this freaking thing here. There we go. Alright, so what else can we talk about in this stream? Aside from adulting. What are some other secrets that I might want to talk about in this stream? I have so many secrets that I want to tell you guys, but I feel like these are like encroaching like other people's territory. Because the secrets that I have like in my mind right now are not only my secrets but also other people's secrets. So like, how do I? I can't just like tell them to you here on the stream. Without affecting someone else's life or something. And with that, I must leave. Sleep time for me so I don't die tomorrow. Good night, Saste. Okay, dude. It's nice chatting with you, dude. Good night. Oh my god. Okay. So it's just me, myself, and I. Let's go. All right, guys. Since that guy's gone, we should talk about, I don't know. We should talk about getting crunk, drugs, and oh my god. This is where the interesting stuff happens. Wait, no. God, I'm struggling on what we can talk about while I draw here on this stream. I guess we can talk about some less consequential secrets that doesn't really affect me in the long run. Like the fact that during my my days as a kid, I am always like fond of stuffed animals. Back then, I remember having this giraffe. I had this giraffe stuffed animal back then, and I freaking love that animal, that freaking giraffe to bits, and I freaking slept with that giraffe even when I was like grade 6 or something. And like even in high school, I kinda I still kind of find some appreciation with that giraffe. Because I don't know, I think something about its character, about the plushie's design that really intrigued me as a person. I guess that's the reason why I'm now drawing a bunch of cartoons online, because there's just something about cartoonishly cute things that makes me wanna make some of them in my own time. But yeah, I used to like stuffed animals back then. I remember going into this this one spot in Samoa, which is a big mall back then. This one store was like selling stuffed animals in a way, but how they sell it is that you get to choose which I guess skin you want your stuffed animal to be. So you get this like loosey goosey skin of what's supposed to be a plushie, and then through your own eyes you get to see them stuff this animal through this fluffing machine that they have in the store. I always find it fascinating how they were able to make a toy in this one store. I guess in America that's like the Build-A-Bear workshop, right? But for the Philippines it was like something else. I don't even know if it's still running its business here in this country, but I freaking love that store back then. Freaking stuffed animals are the goats. That's why I kind of sympathize with my sister when he says that she likes Kuromi and some of the Cinderella plushies that I sometimes give to her. Because in secret, I'm actually buying those things for myself. but no, seriously, I kind of understand why my sister is into these stuffed animals. Imagine a Build-A-Bear workshop, but with fursuits. Oh my god, that would be a disaster in their marketing, or the greatest decision in someone's career in some office space somewhere. But yeah, imagine. But yeah, I can understand why my sister really likes the Sanrio stuff, because it basically kind of reminds me of when I used to go to this Build-A-Bear workshop clone in this country and just have this freaking fascination for how they made these plushies on their own. Oh my god. But yeah. Anyway, what are like your guys' favorite animals back in the day? To me, I think I remembered heavily liking giraffes for some reason. I just love giraffes for some reason. It must be because of my plushie toy, but I think I'm just intrigued by how long their neck is. When I was a kid. And their spotted design is something I haven't really seen in a lot of animals, I guess. Ooh boy. Build-A-Bear workshop, but with fursuits. Me, I like Arctic foxes a lot. Hey, I feel like everyone likes well, not really, but I feel like that's a very safe answer to be like your favorite animal. Um, wait. Which website are you using for your background music? Oh, I don't use a website. I use it's my own curated playlist I saved up in my computer. It's music I made using a DAW program called LMMS, so that way I don't really need to worry about copyright because it's technically my own music that's playing right now. it's it's kind of fascinating how I was able to get into making music on my own. I think I received a comment from a Newgrounds user from one of my Ben 10 animations saying that the music didn't really fit the scene that is playing out in one of my animations, and I took that I took that really personally and decided to learn how to make music on my own, and that's when I discovered the magic of DAW programs. And you make music? Yeah, dude, I make music. I make my own music. That way I can skirt through all the copyright issues on my YouTube channels, and just, you know, and I can make music that can basically just fit any mood through the power of DAW music and music theory. um, I actually make my own music in FL Studio. I upload everything in SoundCloud. SoundCloud, eh? I remember, I think I did upload a bunch of stuff in SoundCloud as well, but I didn't like the fact that there is a... I correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that SoundCloud has a storage limit when it comes to the music that you store in their site. That really, like, I guess, dissuaded me from posting any more music in their site, because I wanted to make sure that I can use this platform for free to upload all of my music in the future. So now when I make music, I either upload them to YouTube or onto Newgrounds, because Newgrounds surprisingly doesn't have a storage limit, despite how small of a company they are technically. But yeah, I do sometimes upload my music onto Newgrounds. I freaking love their music player in Newgrounds. It's just such, it's simple, but it just kind of fits the whole indie look that Tom Pope is trying to get in Newgrounds. That's for my DAW program. I have heard of FL Studio before, and I don't want to dissuade anyone from using FL Studio because I've heard some very good things about it. But on my own music, I just I use LMMS. I forgot what it's supposed to mean, but basically LMMS is this open source DAW program that I can use for free. And I guess that was the one thing that really attracted me to using LMS, because it's free. I can use the same VSTs that you guys also use for LMS. And even though people say the freaking UI sucks sometimes with LMS, I still kind of ignore that news, because I mean, look at me, I'm using Blender. Blender is like the final boss when it comes to bad user interface designs. I can deal with LMS if it's not as bad as Blender. But yeah, that's the music that I use, the DAW program that I use. I guess one caveat that I kind of have with the one caveat that I kind of have with LMS at this point in time is the fact that sometimes I kind of want to play a little note sequence in real time in the program. So, you know, I'll pull up my keyboard. I will play a little bit of a ditty using my keyboard, and I want the LMS to record all the notes I played in that exact sort of time frame, in that exact same beat. And for some reason, whenever I try to play something in the keyboard with LMS, it always doesn't feel the same as how I played it on my keyboard. So yeah, that's like, I guess, one thing when it comes to this one open source DAW program, is that it's not great at recording the notes you play in real time. But other than that, I kind of like I find LMS to be a very suitable DAW program to use for making music. Although I'm kind of like hitting a limit wherein I am noticing that I'm producing the same. I'm producing the same sounding music most of the time. Mostly because I'm kind of like using the same free VST plugins that I've been using for the past like 2 years now. So if you guys can like recommend me some great VST plugins to use in the future, I would gladly try to use them in a future music stream. In fact, I kind of want to do a music stream on my next stream, because I'm gonna be working now on the soundtrack for this animation that I'm working on right now. So if you guys can recommend me some VST plugins, you can drop it down in the chat, I guess. I don't know how it works in LMS, but in FL you can quantize your piano roll to make it on beat. I mean, that kind of sounds like the same as how LMS does it. Maybe FL Studio just has a better algorithm when it comes to recording your music notes on your keyboard. But yeah, I guess that's one caveat to using open source, is that sometimes the source code isn't as efficient as the ones that you get from privately owned programs like FL Studio. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing another music stream at some point on our next stream to get a soundtrack for my animation going. I'm thinking maybe like making like a little bit of rock ballad, a rock BGM in a way, because it kind of fits with the whole aesthetic of the rock-like setting of wrestling in general. Speaking of music, I did recently release a song for this channel called Lonely Astronaut, and I don't know if it was you that told you that or someone else, but that was my first song that I ever created that had me singing on it. Because usually when I make songs, I make it a point to let the instruments play on itself. But for this one song, I decided to sing to accompany the cool ass beat that's coming out of my earphones. So I pulled up Audacity, got my broken ass freaking microphone up in here. This same microphone that I'm tapping with my finger to record my live stream audio with. And I freaking made a little bit of a lyrical, spiritual, song with the tools that that's available to me right now. And I gotta say though, I feel like I could have been better in the singing department because holy shit, my voice isn't built for singing whatsoever. I I mean, I guess the reason why I was compelled to sing is because I didn't know what else I can make with a program like LMS, so I decided to make a song, a lyrical song there to spark my creativity. And plus, I've got some comments from my family saying that I do really well in karaoke, so that kind of gave me the confidence to make a song on my own. But when it came to the when Fine came to me publishing the song, I feel like I wasn't really that happy with the final result. I could have done better when it comes to singing what I've done, as well as I could have done better when it comes to writing the lyrics, because I feel like I gave up when I reached the bridge part of my song, when I go falling down atmosphere 3 times in the song. I could have maybe made something much better with that bridge. But yeah, at least I was able to experience what it's like to sing a song. And it's hard work, I guess. Getting not only to sing well, but also getting the right audio equipment to get your vocals to sound right with the limitations of the technology that you're given right now. Yeah. This is the music side of things. Alright, let's go back to the discussion about secrets in this channel, in this live stream. I guess another notable secret that I've kept with you guys is that I actually have been featured in a Captain Sparkles video at one point. Well, technically this is a Captain Sparkles 2 VOD that I've watched before, and it's in one of his like Reddit reviews, wherein he showed to his audience a render that I did for him of Jerry the Slime in freaking Blender 3D. And this was at a time when I was still not a full-blown VTuber in this space. I was just getting into Blender as a hobby, and one day I just decided to just make Jerry the Slime from the Captain Sparkles universe in Blender and show it to his fan base in Reddit. So I showed him my render of Jerry the Slime. I posted the render in Reddit, and it got like top 19 or something in that subreddit for that week. And he was able to notice it, and his comments to it is that it looked like a jelly, a gelatin come to life. Because I didn't know how to use freaking materials at the time, so what came out was a render that looked less like slime and more like a pile of jelly put into a plate. And that I guess is why I am. I guess that's how I was able to get into the top 19 in the Captain Sparkles subreddit. Speaking of Captain Sparkles, I guess another secret that I might as well tell with you guys on this chat is that I used to watch a lot of Minecraft YouTubers religiously. back in the day. And I'm not talking about the Dream people out there, or the Techno Blade people, or the Tommy Innit people. I feel like that's like way past my prime. Even though I did technically watch them, I don't think I really watched them as fondly as some of the old school Minecraft YouTubers at the time, like the Diamond Minecart, Captain Sparkles, of course. What else is there? Yogscast. Although I think I watched Yogcast way after their prime, and I've only like rewatched them for their Yog Labs episodes. What else is there? Popular MMOs is also a goat of mine. And I know what you're saying. These guys do have some controversies lying around now. Except for the Diamond Minecart. The Diamond Minecart still is a goat, even up to this day. But back then, these guys were like so popular because no one was really doing these kinds of things at the time, and it was a point where Minecraft was still like a very fresh idea fresh game for most people. So whenever people make mods or reviews of the latest updates at the time, you're like, yo, oh my god, Minecraft, you know? It's the cool thing to behold, that can't be replicated at this moment in Minecraft's lifespan. I guess another notable Minecraft YouTuber I watched religiously back then was this one guy named Afmao. Now if you're like, I don't know, younger than 16 or something, you might know who Afmao is. He is, I think, well known for her, I don't know, like her brain rot kids content right now. But back then, Afmao was well known for her Minecraft roleplay series, like My Street, and I forgot the other one that was technically the main series to the spin-off that is My Street. Okay, hold on, let me search that up real quick. Afmao roleplay series. Oh wow, there's a fandom wiki for Afmao's entire discography of roleplays. Demons, no. My Street. Okay, My Street. No, not My Street. There has to be like yeah, because I know My Street is like it's her Dragon Ball Z when it comes to her catalog of what's it called of roleplay series. But is it Minecraft Diaries or something? Diaries? I think it's Diaries, yeah. And then, oh my god, Dreams of Astoria. I remember this used to be. I remember that she used to hype the shit out of this one series. It's Dreams of Astoria. But I don't know what happened to it. It's like I remember being very hyped with this, and then it just disappeared. For some reason. Let me see. Okay, so Dreams of Astoria is a cinematic roleplay series produced by Catface, formerly known as Blue Jay Studios. So they premiere on, okay, I don't know if it's saying. What happened to this series? Can I see what happened to hiatus? Either the premiere of Bunny Law of the series went into hiatus for the coming weeks until Afmao spoke on the issue. In the amount of time story episodes produced doubles that of a regular My Street, making the episodes more time consuming. Yeah, because I can remember that this is a series that had so much quality going into it. So I guess that's why she didn't really continue with this. First 9 episodes of the third season of Minecraft. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, what? Hold on, there was an episode on Minecraft Diaries called Family Matters. Oh my god. Drake, are you behind some of the freaking script behind this freaking Minecraft roleplay series? Oh my god. Oh my god, Phoenix Drop High Season 2. Oh my god, this is so nostalgic. So they're reading through the AFMAO fandom wiki here. What the frick? Aw. When the AFMAO Fantasy channel rebranded to AFMAO Stories, Dreams of the Store became unlisted, suggesting a permanent cancellation to the series. Aw. I feel like Dreams of the Story had a lot of like potential into becoming like a really cool series for AFMAO to do. Too bad in this sort of internet age, I don't think quality doesn't always match to the view count that it would get. I mean, just take it from me, guys. My freaking animations take like months to produce. Yet my most well-produced work, Candlewick, is only sitting at like 100 views up to this day. It's like quality just doesn't match quantity. The quantity of views you get anymore, or the amount of attention you get anymore. People are just there to see what they like, and sometimes what they like is a meme cat video or a funny video that you get to see in Daily Dose of Internet. But yeah, that kind of sucked. By the way, how long have I been streaming, by the way? Can't tell. Alright, we recently just hit the 2-hour mark, I guess. I think I have like 30 minutes left on the stream, which is still a lot of time. So let's just keep chugging along here. Oh yeah, AFMAO, I guess, is one of the Minecraft YouTubers I used to watch at the time. I think she was my go-to when it comes to Minecraft roleplays, because she is really good when it comes to producing these well-crafted storylines that would appease my 16-year-old brain. What else is there? I think she was also like my one of my first few introductions to anime like storytelling. Because I can remember, oh my god, I can remember how some of the My Street plot lines in her roleplay series can really feel very telenovela-esque if you really come to think about it, because there was this one time where the My Street series became an entire beach episode, and AFMAO, freaking their whole freaking Minecraft skin, decided to dress up in a swimsuit and stuff, and she was like being all embarrassed, saying, "Oh, don't look at me, this is such a freaking cute but too revealing of an outfit for you guys." And I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is a freaking Minecraft skin. This is. I am looking at Minecraft skin, and you're freaking being embarrassed by the fact that you are
You're wearing a swimsuit. All I'm seeing is freaking pixels. It's I guess this, I don't know, hot with some people, and I guess kind of follows the logic of the world that you were getting into. But like looking back at it, it feels like a very funny very cringy yet funny thing to behold at that time. Um, no, you know, if she still does these kinds of things in her channel, because I don't really watch her stuff anymore. But yeah, that's freaking Minecraft. The Minecraft community back then had some ups and downs, a lot of downs. If you really look into the news of where these people are now in the year of our Lord 2025. But I had a lot of fond memories of them. I think one of my well my most one of my more favorites of the subgenres in the Minecraft community are the map are the ones where people just play an adventure map. Surprisingly, there are only like a few people that try to take advantage of the adventure maps that are published in places like Minecraft Earth or something, Minecraft.net or something. I think it's like only Captain Sparkles, Scottish Minecraft, and popular MMOs in some cases that plays an adventure map every now and then. And I always love those videos. You get to see the work of some map creators' imagination, and you get to see the banter also of your favorite Minecraft YouTubers being themselves and stuff. Alright. Let me just make a line here. Alright, before we continue, I'm just gonna go drink some water. Oh god. My phone fell from my desk. Alright, I'm just gonna go drink some water. My water, I mean the water that's beside me right now. Oh my god. There we go. Oh, alright. Here we go. Oh damn, my jug is almost empty here. Must have been one thirsty little bitch. Alright. Okay. We're running out of discussion to talk about in this stream. What are some other secrets? Since we're timing the stream, let me tell you a secret that doesn't dox me whatsoever. No, I think you guys already have like my personal life figured out. Alright, I guess it's now time for me to work here. Do we have anything else to say? Comes to secrets. Aside from the fact that I really like to get this animation done by the end of the year. Ugh. I guess since we're in the topic of secrets, I guess we can talk about something I don't really talk about with any of my peers whatsoever because I don't know if they really like talking about these kinds of things. Um, let's talk about VTubers, guys. Oh my god. um, well, I don't really watch that much YouTube VTuber live streams right now because I'm a very busy guy. I do sometimes watch clips of them on YouTube, and that's how I get introduced to VTubers right now, is through clips and stuff. And some of their highlight reels that they publish on their main channels here on YouTube. So with that being said, what are some of my favorite VTubers right now? Let's see. Because that's technically a secret that no one knows about me. What are my favorite VTubers? Let's see. We got like I guess the Josh Drive Haze of VTubers, which is Giga. I feel like that's one of my favorite. Some of my favorite people to watch right now. Not for her gaming streams per se, but more so her ramblings in her daily Giga channel. Because right now, whenever I listen to Twitch streamers, right now, the main genre that I like the most is unironically the one genre wherein they give you advice for like 30 minutes or something. That's just that's the one genre that I like right now, and her daily Giga channel is just filled with all of those things, you know. Like if Josh Drive Hayes isn't like uploading anything in his in any of his channels, I would go to her to see if she has any good like advice to give to people who are, you know, going around the internet trying to become a better person or something. Now granted, I don't treat her advice like, I don't know, like she's like another Dr. K or something, like some psychologist in Healthy Gamer GG or something. But you know, she sometimes gives some great opinions on how you wanna, you know, do stuff like make friends or become a better person in general. So I sometimes go to her channel sometimes on YouTube. What else is there? Funnily enough, I don't really watch a lot of HoloLive stuff anymore, or any of the corporates people, aside from maybe some ex-Beast Shoujo members, maybe. I just feel like their content feels too safe right now in a time when we know now how VTubers operate. And we already know how the ins and outs of what's normal in this space. Like, oh my god, look at that, oh my god, there's so many boobs, so many asses, so many weird sexual innuendos. That's basically all what VTubing is sometimes when it comes to the corporate side of things. And I am not, I've gone too tired of that. There has to be like some creators out there that can make that can take better advantage of the medium right now of VTubing, because I feel like you can no longer be just a VTuber by just being, I don't know, by just getting a cool ass or a cool or sexy model, and more you need to have like a personality that sort of fits with the current state of things. So that's why I kind of like, I sometimes watch this one VTuber named Shibidoki. What I find great about her is that she always has like the funniest shit that I've ever seen. Because even though she has like a very, I don't know, very cute and simple model, she will always hang out with one of the most weirdest people on the internet. like Nags and his crew. just these middle-aged men that have nothing have like nothing to do or have no knowledge about how VTubing works. They're basically just a bunch of white guys who just decides to like stream one day, and you get to see Chibidoki in the middle of them. It's like one of the most funniest like interactions that I get to see on the internet. Is just seeing these three middle-aged men trying to figure out what the fuck this one gremlin is doing while being dressed up as an anime girl or something. What else is there? I guess those are the only two people I can think at the top of my head. I used to watch Iron Mouse, but then it's like I feel like I've gotten too used to her banter with the British guy, Sea Dog. What else is there? What do you guys? What are like your favorite VTubers at this time? Or you guys don't know what VTubers are or whatsoever? And this is your first exposure to them via my own cartoon avatar that you're seeing right now. Because to me, I basically treat VTubers the same way I treat any other content creator at this time now. Like I don't care if you're like a sexy booba woman or something. If you can't like make me laugh or show something interesting about your own content, I just won't like watch you, I guess. And I guess I also watched people like Matara-kan and Amelie. Amelie, I think, is special to me because I knew about her even before she became a VTuber. I used to watch her Sword Art Online covers religiously back when I was freaking 12 years old. And I'm kind of glad to see that she's still like striving this platform even up to now. And doing some drunk mom vibe streams on Twitch. I think I should check more of her out. I feel like she kind of fits my vibe when it comes to being the one streamer that's just so out of the culture. I think the main VTuber archetype that I like the most right now are the ones that give me like hag mom vibes or something. Or drunk wine mom vibes, you know. That's why I like Matara, and Amelie in some cases. Maybe with Zen. She got me intrigued with her whole like voice changer, with her robotic voice changer, but I stayed for her antics. With these other streamers like Amelie and Matara. Maybe I just have a type. Maybe I just like maybe I just like drunk wine moms, I guess. Maybe that's my type. Maybe that's the reason why I freaking failed I freaking failed dating people in Tinder. I just need I just want to date a wine mom, I think. Oh well. And as for the male VTuber side of things, not gonna lie, guys, I haven't really gotten into any of them. Not because I dislike them actively or anything. It's just that I just don't know. I just don't see any of their things entertaining right now. I feel like a freaking unicorn by saying this, but I know honestly, if I want to watch a streamer right now, I'd rather watch an IRL streamer rather than a VTuber streamer, a male VTuber streamer. Because none of them is like clicking to me at this point. Aside from maybe I don't know, who's the ogre? The one that used to be like, I don't know. The one ogre streamer. I feel like he kind of fits my vibe in a way. Yeah, other than that, I don't really watch a lot of male VTuber streamers. I used to watch DJ Sanji in a way. I really liked the dynamic that came from the Luxian members, but then the drama came out and I could never like look into their content the same way ever again. I used to love Luca. Luca was just gave me like troll vibes whenever I watched some of his streams back then. But then some drama came up about his whole personality, and I don't know if I can enjoy your content anymore while knowing that this is happening behind the scenes. It kind of sucks that they came off as bad people at the end of the day, or the company came out as bad people at the end of the day. Oh my god. And as for the Holostar side of things, I remember liking Vesper Noir, and I love him to shits. But then he graduated, and I was like, oh my god, what? He was like the one guy I liked from the group, and all of a sudden he left the entire organization. I mean, not to diss any of the new guys, but I guess I kind of like Gerard. I guess Gerard is pretty, pretty good. I'm a pretty good streamer, looking back. But I guess I'm just not caught up with the Holostar side of things. I guess it is true that the freaking male VTubers are the WNBA of the WNBA of the VTuber scene at this point. Oh my god. Because I can't really think at the top of my head what are some notable male VTuber streamers at this moment in time. Maybe it's because I'm just not. Maybe I'm just not in the demographic that they're aiming for when it comes to male VTuber streamers. So it kind of sucks that we don't have like someone that's receiving, I don't know, mainstream headlines as of now. Alright, let's make one more. So I'm looking at my window right now. Because I have this like one invasive thought at the back of my mind that my neighbors are kind of hearing what I'm rambling about here on stream sometimes. Because I at one point I brought food from one of my neighbors because they were technically selling a bunch of home cooked meals on their house one day. And I realized that she was like talking English to me, which is weird because, you know, I live in a Filipino community. Most people here speak Filipino, but for some reason she knew by instinct that she should speak English to me, even if we've never like talked before. So it always made me wonder, oh wait, does she know that I can she kind of hear what I'm saying right now inside the house that I'm living in right now? I know, to be fair though, I sometimes do kind of greet some of my family members when I enter my front door, and that could be a reasonable reason why some of my neighbors can hear how I talk. People say I have an accent, a very noticeable accent that I cannot identify for some reason. So I am now making it a point to maybe like keep my voice down whenever I talk near my front door. Though now I'm trying to wonder whether that's not enough, and that maybe I should also try to put some foam padding in my streaming room right now. Alright, we're now, I think I'm going for the dap here. Is it? It's about to dap? Oh hell yeah, it's about to freaking dap this wrestler all the way through. There we go. Make the hat here. Oh god, okay. Trace up the hat over here. Make up another layer line here. I'm like drawing here while I'm just trying to figure out some other secrets I can give to you guys on stream. Dang, who knew that if you keep talking, keep doing these just chatting streams, every now and then you will eventually run out of stories to tell to your audience. Ugh. Oh, let's make a stroke here. Alright, let me just fix some of these frames before we can start talking here. Did I forget to drop the hat here? What the heck? Alright. Left arm. Going for the frickin' dap. Hey, going for the dap here. Alright, how many minutes have I been doing this? Okay, we've now reached the 2-hour 30 mark here, so I think I'll end the stream here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. So far, here is the final, I guess. Wait, let me pull up this one. No, not that. This one. Okay, there we go. So I don't know if you guys can see this, since the outlines are very thin, but this is how it looks so far. Let me just scroll the timeline here. Still didn't add any color, but the final result kind of looks like this. Apologies for the transparent bodies that's moving here. Anyway, this is how it looks so far. Pretty cool, pretty cool. It's not anime this guy moving. It's why we'll probably have to do that on our next stream. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching and listening to my little secrets on this stream. I was supposed to be giving you guys advice for 3D modeling and stuff, but I guess we sort of delineated that and made a bunch of just shared secrets in general here. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you guys like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. On our next stream, which will probably happen on Saturday or something, I'll probably do a music stream for you guys. But on Thursday, I think I'll try to finish the time lapse of the Sanrio trio I recently rendered on stream these past few streams. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Now, go read a book. Bye bye.